Good morning to you. Hey, the birds are chirping. Hey, 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 hey. Where y'all at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? If God's been good to you, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up. If you got breath in your body, come on and get up, get up, get up, get up. Hey, get up on your feet, man. Y'all already know what time it is. Give God the highest praise. On this morning, this is morning walk, word, and worship. That's right. If you know God's been good to you, go ahead and stand up real quick. Go ahead and stand up. Give God your highest praise. He deserves the hallelujah up out of your lungs on today. That's right. If he gave you breath in your body, got life, got your activities of your limbs, if you're able to function, that's right. Go ahead, stand to your feet. Go ahead, shake it up off of you. If you at work right now and God has been good to you and you know that right now you're only where you are right now because of him, do me a favor real quick. Spin your chair around right there at your desk office. You ain't got to let them know what you're doing. I understand some folk don't like that. Spin it around real quick. Double tap on that screen. Good morning. Grand rising, rich rising, happy new day to each and every one of you guys. Y'all already know this is walk, word, and worship, where you get your 3 wins a day. That's a mental, that's a physical, and a spiritual win. Right here with your girl, Street Poet and the Chosen Family. We do this every single morning, starting from 8 a.m., from 8 a.m. to 9:30 a.m., and sometimes we slide over into 10 o'clock, all depending on how that word flowing. Good morning, grand rising, rich rising to you guys. As y'all come into the room, that's right, double tap on that screen. I hope y'all already got that, because I showed just took that right on down. Good morning, grand rising, rich rising, happy new day to each and every one of you guys on today. That's right, y'all know y'all don't come to my live videos if we not gonna be learning something. Because what good is it to show up if there's not gonna be, these stick figures is sending me, do you hear me? They sending me. But what good is it to show up over here every single day if you are not learning something? Matter of fact, I wanna change that. If you are not learning something, what is the point of showing up every day, right? We show up to learn, we show up to grow, to evolve, to get a better understanding, a clearer understanding of what it is that we got going on in our life. Good morning, grand rising. I need to make sure that it makes sense to you guys. There we go. That looks a whole lot better than what I had going on initially. And of course, I think whenever you add the color into it, you guys are able to understand it a little bit more. Do me a favor, go ahead and get your diagram. Go ahead and get your diagram together. That part is already right. I already fixed that one. So we're gonna have right here, let's go there like that. And then we're gonna put the other one right beside them. And this is going to represent you, right? And we already know what this is. All right, so you get, let me put that here. Maybe I should have did it the other way. I should have done it this way. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all give me a second. Y'all bear with me. That arrow should have went that way or that way. You get right there. There you go. This is what your diagram should look like on your notes for this morning. This is what it needs to look like. Can everybody get it? So inside of your notes, before we get into our message, I want you to make sure you guys already got that down. For everybody that got that notepad, that got that ink pen, got all that stuff already. So yes, I want to make sure y'all already got your diagram. Go ahead and write it down, right? Go ahead. Yeah, you have to make sure you have that wrote down already. Friend said, hold up, this is about to be some teaching. Listen, I got to make sure I want to make sure you got your notes right. You got to have your notes right. You got to have your illustration in your notes so you can follow along with why you drew that inside of your notes, right? So we have to make sure you understand. Double tap on my screen real quick. I need 10 badges over there on IG. I need to get 10 badges so that we can get started into our live video. Facebook, y'all ain't wasting no time. Y'all are already at 225. Over here on TikTok, we got 2.5. We need to get up to 10K. Good morning to you, Christina. How you doing this morning? What's going on? She says, writing it down. Let's go. That's right. Get your illustration. Go ahead and get it wrote down. You need to have it set up just like how Coach got it set up. And once you get this set up, I'm going to break down what all of this means, right? I'm going to break down what all of this means. So let me get my head out of the way. So you go ahead and get it just like how Coach got it set up here for you. Double tap on that screen. I see we got 1 badge already. We need 9 more. Double tap on that screen. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Appreciate you. I see we got 2 badges. We need 8 more. 8 more badges over there on IG. Double tapping on that screen. TikTok, y'all done got up to 3.7. Okay, y'all getting there. Y'all getting there. Let's go, man. I'm excited today. Y'all know we fast on Mondays. So every time, when you come off that fast, I'm telling you, it almost make you want to fast every day. The type of energy that you show up with the day after the fast, it make you want to do it. It make you want to do it every day. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, if I can feel like how I feel right now in this moment, 24/7, it's almost like, oh, can I do that? Is that safe? You know what I'm saying? It makes you feel that way because I'm telling you, it's nothing like making that sacrifice. It's nothing like showing yourself that you are in fact in total and complete control over your life. You know what I'm saying? It lets you know. It lets you know. Crystal says, I'm fasting today, but since we not. Oh, I know that's right. I know that's right. Thank you so much, Gigi McGross. Appreciate you. Thank you, Heather G. Thank you, Heather G. I appreciate you, y'all. We got 5. We need 5 more. 5 more badges on IG. Thank you so much, Chef Shirley. I see them flowers coming. Thank you, April Meeks. Appreciate that heart. What's up, Aisha? Man, we got South Africa over here. You know, they done tapped in on the chat over there. Let's go, man. Listen, double tap on that screen. What up, Heather Smith? How you doing this morning? Grand Rising, Rich Rising. Happy New Day. She said, my fast end on Wednesday. Man, that is so amazing. I'm so pleased just to know that fasting is becoming a part of the conversations all over again, because these are things that people really got away from, right? I'm so happy when I go to my timeline and I see people talking about they got devotion and they got prayer and they got all of these things. Man, that's a blessing, because all of these things are things that we used to do back in the day that kept us centered. Thank you, Krista. I appreciate you for that cash app. We used to do these things back in the day, and these things kept us above water. These things kept us, you know what I'm saying, moving forward and continue to educate and not educate, but motivate and inspire us, you know, on the regular basis when we did these things. So now in 2025, to go back and being able to stroll these platforms and see where people are going back to that, oh, you already know what the time it is. I'm going to say it. Church people, hold on, because we ain't really got into our lesson just yet. I'm going to say it. Double tap on my screen. Listen here. Every knee gonna bow, every tongue gonna confess. It's showing itself right now on every single platform, baby. You cannot deny him. Understand me. Even the folk that wanted to deny him cannot deny him in this moment. They are calling out like never before, fasting like never before, praying like never before, searching for, you know what I'm saying, answers to what there is that they're going through in their life. And they know can't nobody fix it but him. Baby, you starting to see it everywhere. Every single platform is turning to a spiritual entity. It's something over there. It's like, oh my God, Facebook, as messy as it was, you mean to tell me all you see is scripture? Inspirational posts, inspirational memes. Hello, you can't say I'm lying. You go to Instagram. Everybody used to be over there doing their own thing, showing off they fancy this and they fancy that. And now you got inspirational posts, inspirational memes. You got folks praise dancing. You got all kind of praise breaking. You got praise rapping. You got all of that up and down the platform. You don't even see half of the stuff that you used to see. And I'm going to really take it there, because I feel like that this morning. I feel like being spiritually messy. Even the girlies who would normally be there, right, to show off their new bodies, their hair, their makeup, their whatever. Even with them, if you're paying attention to their YouTube videos and their Instagram videos, they got inspirational stuff that they're speaking about in that. They're talking about prayer, and some of them got what? They got church clips all through their YouTube videos now. They showing you where they've been going to church, they've been doing this, and they've been, listen, the time is now. Do not be finessed. Do not be bamboozled. I'm telling you, it's happening right there in front of your face. You can't even deny it. You can't. I'm trying. Hey, I'm just listening. You cannot deny it. You cannot deny what's happening in this moment. You have people behaving and showing up in ways that they've never behaved, in ways that they've never shown up before. Understand me. All you got to do is pay attention. All you got to do is sit back and look at pay attention. When you walk away from this live video, as you strolling up your pages and stuff today, listening to your favorite YouTubers, watch what's going to happen. You're going to be like, oh my God, I didn't even pay that no attention. Like, you know what? They have been saying this a whole lot lately. The messages have been changing. Look at how this is happening and how that is happening. And when I'm going to say this to you, right? Hear me when I say this. If you see what I see and you see it on social media, the shift, if you see that shift and you see how many people that are now talking about God and talking about Jesus and talking about forgiveness and talking about getting right with the Lord, and just as many people as you see that are out there pushing that and teaching that and encouraging that, you have just as many people over on the other side as well, going overtime, understand, working themselves overtime, trying to get you not to believe, trying to get you to go a whole nother way. Understand me, that's what the enemy don't want. He don't want you to have a relationship with Christ. He don't want you to live a full life. He don't want to see you happy, to see you have joy, to have peace in your life. So understand me, what are you telling me, coach? You can't have more of one thing than you have it of the other. You have good, but you also have evil. You have hot and you also have cold. For every action, there's a reaction. So you cannot have one thing without having the other. Both of these things are going to exist. Both of these things are going to always be present in your life. What you say? You cannot have more of one thing than you have of the other. You have hot and you have cold. You have good, you have evil. You have light and you have darkness. Understand me. These things they're gonna always be right there together. These things are always going to be right there together. Right there together. But this is Christ walking with you. This is Christ walking with you. I did one thing that I did not make. I meant to put this up here too. But guess who's on the other side? It's supposed to be three. I'm sorry. As soon as I started teaching it, I caught it. This is Christ walking with you. But guess who's always going to be present? The enemy is always going to be present. Even though you are actively walking with Christ on the regular basis, the adversary is always present. He's always present. Understand me. Don't trick yourself into thinking that he's not, because he is. Understand me. Christ is with you. He says, I'll never leave you nor forsake you. Understand me. So when you're going through the toughest times of your life and you're experiencing the hardest times of your life, understand me, that's because the enemy is always there. He's always present. It's not that, again, like I told y'all last week, he ain't taking no day off. He ain't taking no vacation break from bothering you. He's not going to step away from you because you're not in a mood or because you don't feel like it. That's not how this thing here works. Just like God is always with you, the enemy itself is always present as well. The deciding factor is always going to be you. The deciding that God is going to always be with you. The adversary is always going to be with you. And you are the deciding factor. You are the deciding factor in that situation. Well, what do you mean by you're the deciding factor? You get to decide who's going to have your ear. That's a note. Come on. Ooh, come on, coach. Wait. You get to decide who's going to have your ear. You get to decide who you are going to follow. You got to decide who it is and which way that you're going to go. That's going to be coming from you. Understand me. You get to decide which way you're going to go when it comes down to it. Understand me, because the enemy is always going to be there, but God is always going to be there as well. And then it's you. It's you. You get to determine which way you're going to move in life, what advice or instructions that you're going to follow. You are the deciding factor. And the moment that you give in that moment, when you give in and you start feeling that feeling of frustration, aggravation, and annoyance, when you start getting distracted and pulled off course, you better check who in your ear. Understand me. What you say, when you start experiencing that frustration, that aggravation, that annoyance, understand me, you better check who's in your ear. You have to watch who got your ear in that moment. Understand me, because Because when God is working with you on a regular basis, right there with you on a regular basis, you have to know that the only way that you're going to stay plugged in over here is if you're constantly surrendering to him. This requires a surrendering. This requires a surrendering. You have to surrender every single day. Every single day you have to surrender everything that is you over to him and allow him to have his way in your life. Understand me, this is what it requires. The enemy wants to trick you into, right? So if God wants you to surrender, then what does the enemy want you to do then, coach? The enemy wants you to operate out of yourself. Understand me, the enemy wants you to operate out of yourself. God wants you to surrender. The enemy wants you to operate out of self. Understand me, he wants you to think that you are better than God, more powerful than God, that you don't need God, that you are able to do it all by yourself. This is what the enemy wants you to believe, right? The same thing that he tried his hardest to trick Eve into believing. If we're going to go all the way back to the garden, when he was influencing, right? When he was influencing or deceiving Eve in the garden, how was he able to do that? By telling her that she was going to be on that same level of God. And every single time, hear me, and I know this gonna tear some toes up. I get that. So every time that you decide that you are going to go your own way and that you're not going to follow God's instructions, you are having a Eve-like experience. Oh yeah, come on. Okay, well, you might as well take it. You might as well take it, baby. You are behaving with the mindset of Eve every single time. Put it inside your notes. I need you to jot that down, because when you write it down, you're going to embed it up here, and you're going to be thinking about that every single time that you step out of alignment, every single time that you start to operate out of self, every single time that you start to move your own way. Then you're going to be thinking about it. Baby, I'm about to give you the topic. That's how you know it's going to be hot. I ain't even dropped the topic just yet. Understand me. So you are having a Eve-like experience every single time that you start to operate out of yourself. Every time you start doing what you want to do, Gigi, what you want to do, Kira, what you want to do, Danielle, what you want to do, Alicia, what you want to do, Heather, what you want to do, Patience. Every time that you start operating out of yourself, you are operating with the mindset of Eve. You're having an Eve-like experience. If that ain't enough to get you in alignment, if that ain't enough to make you act right, if that ain't enough to make you self-parent, to check yourself, if that ain't enough to make you check yourself, I don't know what else to tell you. Do you hear me? Because when you think about what she did, that's like the ultimate betrayal. That's how we look at it, right? When we look at that situation and we be like, wait a minute, you had everything. You didn't have not one care, not one worry. Everything that you needed was sitting right there. Do you know how much we as adults right now here today in 2025 wish that we didn't have no worries, no cares, no this and no that? We have to train ourselves to become those type of people who are worry-free, who are concern-free. We have to go through hell. Let's just be real. I don't even want to tiptoe around it. We have to go through, I'm talking about everything to be able to develop that type of mindset. Understand me. And you had that, and you threw that away. You had that, and you decided to wait a minute. That's what you acting like. Every single time that you decide that you're going to go your own way and do your own thing, you having an Eve-like experience. Hello, somebody. Our topic today, if y'all ready for our topic, I'm about to drop it right now. Our topic today is, this ain't what I planned. Our topic today is, this ain't what I planned. This ain't what I planned. This ain't how I mapped out my life. This ain't what, when I was 6 years old and I was over there and they was asking me what I wanted to be and how I was going to be. This ain't what I had in mind. When I was 16 years old and realizing what I was good at and doing this and doing that and taking all the different classes and you know what I'm saying, in the 11th and the 12th grade year, I'm over there cooking, I'm over there sewing, and I'm doing all of these things, baby. Look, I had a plan for my life. I knew exactly where I wanted to go.
go with my life. Wait a minute, this ain't what I planned. Hello, who right now can I just want to know who gonna be real. Who gonna say ouch and send a gift? Who gonna say ouch and send a badge? Who gonna say ouch and send some stars? If you're honestly saying, I'm living right now in the life coach, I'm not even finna play with you, not finna sugarcoat it, not finna saturate it in no type of way. I'm living a life right now that I did not plan. Thank you so much, Sheila. Thank you so much. Is it Bluntons? Thank you, Jackie. Can we be real about it? Come on, Heather Smith, we gotta be real. Thank you, Diamond. I'm living a life right now that I did not plan. Thank you, Shay Shay. Can we be real? I did not plan this. Never thought that it was going to be this in no type of way. Busy Glow, thank you so much. I didn't see this coming. Thank you, sweet baby trees. Let's go, Amanda. I did not know that this is what I was going to be doing. Did not know this is how I was going to be living. I'm living a life right now that this right here, this ain't the plan. Come on, April. Thank you, Kalia Gray. Baby, this right here, this ain't the plan, baby. Something about this. The 1 and 1 ain't equaling 2. Hello, this right here, this ain't right here. This ain't it. I never saw myself as being this individual. I never planned to be this type of person. I don't even, matter of fact, I don't even know how I even got into the situation that I'm in right now in my life. Come on, Terry West. Appreciate the cash app. Listen, you have to be real about it. If we're going to be real and we're gonna heal, then we have to put it out there on the floor. I didn't see this right here coming. Understand me, I did not see this coming. This ain't what I planned. Thank you, TT Wade 32. This ain't what I planned. That's the topic. When you're on your spiritual journey, your healing journey, hear me with your heart. You got to surrender your plan. When you are on your healing journey, your spiritual journey, you have to be willing to surrender your plan. Put it in the notes. You have to be willing to surrender your plan. I don't know what it is that you want me to do, how you want me to do it. I don't know where you want me to go. I don't even know what you're expecting from me, but I surrender it all to you. Have your way in my life. Understand, move how you see fit. Understand me, in order for you to live a life that is full, understand me, full with love, full with joy, filled with peace, understand me, right? A full life, a life that is full with purpose, you have to be willing to surrender, right? Trusting God's plan. It's easy to feel overwhelmed by life challenges and uncertainties, leading us to question the direction we're headed. But as we reflect on these scriptures, we are reminded that God has a unique plan for each of us. Understand, one more time for the very people in the back. When you're on your journey, right, when you're growing and evolving in life, and you've already got your plan in your life, you have to understand that when you become a person that is one with the Most High, it's no longer about your plan. So having that mindset of, I ain't planned this was not the plan, this is not the life that I said that I wanted, you have to surrender what you wanted for what you need. Understand me, because God he don't deal with wants, he deal with needs. He's going to supply all of your needs. He didn't say, I'm going to supply all of your wants. What you want for your life and what he wants for your life, it may not be the same. So you have to adopt God's plan for your life. Put it in your notes real quick. When understand me, you have to adopt God's plan for your life. What are you adopting? God's plan for my life. What are you adopting? I'm adopting God's plan for my life. When you are adopting God's plan for your life, then you also have to recognize something, right? One of the things that you have to recognize is sometimes you're not going to get all the details, right? Adopting God's plan for my life, up under that, put a small line and put, sometimes I won't have all the details. I'm having you write this out. Some of you guys say, well, I know this already. We've heard this already. And that's great, because this is your reminder. This is your reminder, because 2025 is going to get real for a lot of us. And some of these notes, you're going to to have to revert back to. So you're going to have them in more than one place inside of your notebooks. We have to bring these things back. Like I said, now you're seeing people who didn't worship, now they're worshiping. So all the things that we did then, we're noticing we have to bring those things right back, right? Sometimes you're not going to have all the details of, you have to adopt God's plan, and sometimes you're not going to have all the details. He's not going to give you all the ins and outs of what's going to happen along that journey. He's not going to break it all down for you. You have to adopt his plan. And thank you so much. Is it Carlisa Ray? Appreciate your cash app. Understand me. You have to adopt God's plan for your life. And when you adopt his plan for your life, you have to understand that there's going to be times when you're not going to have all the details. He's not going to break it all down for you. And you have to also understand, number two, is what? Sometimes you're not going to understand it at all. Like, it makes no sense to me. Understand me. I don't have the details, and this just doesn't make no sense to me. I don't understand this. Why in the world would you want me to go and do that, or go and say that, or go and be a part of that? That don't even sound right. Understand, he says, I use the foolish things, understand me, to confuse the wise. I use things that people think won't work to show them that it will work when I put my hand, come on, understand me, when I put my hand on it. This is what he does, understand? So there's going to be things that you don't understand. There's going to be things that you can't comprehend. It's going to be things that just seem so out of place. Like, why in the world do you want me to do this, this, and this? That don't even go together. He says, because it's going to work when I work it. Sometimes you won't get the details. Sometimes you're not going to fully understand why you're doing what it is that you're doing. Carnally, it makes no sense. Put it inside of the chat real quick. Put it in the chat. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. Hear me when I'm telling. This is for you this morning. It makes no sense. Sometimes you're not going to get the details, and sometimes you won't understand. It makes no sense. Why do you want me to go and do that and do it that way? Why would you want me to connect with those people? Why in the world are you calling me to do that? You and I both know that this is what it is. You and I both know that them folk can't stand me. You and I both know that them folk view me as competition. You and I both know that them folk right there, they look at me and they are jealous of me. They are envious of me. You understand me? You want me to go over there with them folk and be in the midst of them folk, saying something to them folk. Them folks are not going to receive me. Understand me? This is when it doesn't make sense. Why do you want me to do that? Understand me? And the reason why he will have you go do things that is out of the ordinary is so that you know that it's not you that is doing it. Understand me? It is so that he receives the glory for that thing. He has the ability to do what? Make people behave in a way that is not consistent with their normal behavior. The same folk that was enemies of you. We had that scripture in devotion, right? He'll make your enemies be at peace with you. Understand me? You thought that they was beefing with you. You thought they couldn't stand you. You thought they was going to be the last person that was going to support you, that was going to invest in you. And now here it is, that one person that you never saw that help coming from is the very person at the front line pouring into you, that's pushing you, that's promoting you, that's investing you. Understand me? And you know that it couldn't been nothing but God, because you ain't talked to them. Y'all don't deal with each other. Understand me? Because you already know how they felt already about you. Thank you so much, Sheila, for the cash app. Can we be real about it? Sometimes you're not going to understand why he moved the way that he moves, but he understands it. It's a part of the plan. You're not going to always get the details, and you're not going to always fully understand. Gloria Gomez, thank you so much, sweetheart. You're not going to always understand the details. Is it not what Gideon, not Gideon, but is that not what Jonah's issue was? Jonah said, wait a minute, you want me to go over there and minister to these people? You want me to go talk God and talk love and talk Christ to these people over here? These are barbarians. Understand me, they are savages. Do you not know how violent they are? Do you not know what they're capable of? You want me to go over there, and you know what I'm saying? That's like feed me to the wolves. You want me to go over there, and you want me to minister to a bunch of folk that you listen, these people are inhumane. mean? Understand me. I go over there. You want me to go over there to mess with them folks, knowing that them folks is beefing with my folks already. And then if I go over there, then my folk gonna be looking at me like I'm not real, like I'm not solid, like I'm not who I say. You want me to go over there to do that? Come on. Sometimes you're not going to understand why God is calling you to go and do a thing. You're not going to get it. It's not going to make sense to you. Understand me? But the purpose is the plan is going to be the plan. Period. The plan is going to be the plan. God's plan don't change. That's red ink for you. That's red ink right there. God's plan don't change. The plan is going to be the plan, right? Red ink, God's plan don't change. The plan is going to be the plan. Period, point blank. You're going to do what he said that you're going to do. That's just what it's going to be. Understand me? And if it's not that, you're going to definitely suffer the consequences of that, right? You're going to suffer the consequences of being disobedient. Is that not what happened to Jonah? Jonah was told to go to Nineveh. He was told to go and minister to these people. He was told to go over there and do a job. He decided that he wanted to go in an opposite direction. He wanted to go do what he wanted to do because, understand me, because this did not look like how it should look. This does not sound like how it should sound. You know the folk that we talking about, understand me, and you want me to put myself in harm's way. You want me to put myself in the presence of people that you know don't like me, people that feel a certain type of way about me. And I want you to understand that on this journey that we're on, we are to treat everybody with the utmost respect. We are to treat everybody, the janitor and the CEO, we are to treat them the same. We are to show up and be a perfect example of who Christ has called us to be, no matter what. That's right, Jonah. Even if you got to go over there and they violent, even if you got to go over there and you think the least of those folks, you got to still show up. And when you show up, they should see nothing but Christ all over you. That's what we have to understand. Friends, a good teaching. This is what we have to understand. We have to be a walking, talking, living, breathing example of how Christ operates on a regular basis. This is what we have to do. And understand, God's plan don't change. That's your red ink pen right there. God's plan don't change. His plan is going to be his plan. What he's going to do, he's going to do. Understand me, he's going to follow all the way through with it. You're not going to always get the details. You're not going to always understand why he's doing what he's doing, but it's always going to be a bigger picture to that thing. When Jonah decided that he wanted to be disobedient, he ended up in the belly of the whale. His disobedience is what put him in an uncomfortable situation. His disobedience is what had him out there. He didn't even have to be in that situation. So in other words, what I'm saying is stop putting yourself in uncomfortable positions. Stop doing things, right? Causing storms in your life and then becoming angry, when it starts to rain. You knew that you was creating that storm. It's nobody's fault that you did not bring your poncho, that you forgot your umbrella, that you forgot to get your Food Lion plastic bag to cover your head. When you create a storm, it is guaranteed that it's going to rain down consequences. You are going to pay for that. It's coming back full circle, baby. This is why you have to be careful of the seeds that you're sowing. You have to be careful of the ways that the ways and the things that you're doing while you're out here. Understand me. This is why you have to be mindful of always following his instructions. Always following his instructions. I want to follow your instructions to the T because I've seen the outcome of folks actually following your instructions. I want to follow your instructions. Understand me. Whoa. Back it up, coach. Back it up. Yeah, because I feel like it's somebody that's saying like, wait a minute, hold on. You are to follow God's instructions no matter how uncomfortable it's going to be for you. That's for whoever is in whichever one of these chats that still felt somewhat confused, because I felt it in my spirit. Hear me what I'm saying. Sometimes you're going to have to do some things in life that you're not going to like, that you're not going to be comfortable with. And it may be you don't like that person or you don't like the behavior of that person. And I'm saying to you today, you still have to be good to him, sweetheart. Because it's God's way. When you bow out, you have to bow out gracefully, because that's God's way. You don't have to expose. You don't have to slander. You don't have to belittle. You don't have to go outside of your way to try to hurt them the way that they hurt you. You don't have to go over there trying to prove your point to anybody or make people see it from your point of view. Understand me, when God is your vindicator, understand me, then understand that the repercussions that they have to deal with, baby, is beyond what you could have ever done. Understand, the last thing anybody want to do is be at odds with the Most High. Understand me, the last thing that anybody want to do is be at odds with the Most High. When you know that you've been real, when you know that you've been solid, when you know that you have not done anything to people, then we have to learn, right? We have to learn how to bow out gracefully without all the negative emotions. This is what Coach is saying to you, right? This is what I'm saying. So even though you might not want to do it, it's the God in you that you have to do it anyway. You love them with the love of God. You respect them with the respect of the Most High. Understand me, this is what we have to do. Anything other than that, you're operating out of yourself. And this is why I had to stop, because I want to make sure that you get it. I can't afford for you to be out here getting misinformation or incomplete information. I need to make sure that you fully understand. Anytime, understand me, when you start doing anything other than that, now you're operating out of yourself. You're operating out of your pride. You're operating out of your own ego. And that's dangerous. That's dangerous, love. Okay? That's dangerous. That's dangerous. All right, if y'all got it, just put I got it. If y'all got it, just put I got it in the chat. Double tap on my screen real quick. If you got it, I just want you to say you got it in the chat. She says, come on now, Coach. I got to make sure they get it. I got to make sure that we fully, it's dangerous. I got to make sure we fully understand. God's way, not our way. God's way, not our way. Okay. I see y'all over there. Friends say good teaching. Double tap on that screen. Okay, I see I got it from Sharon. Sharon says she got it. Okay, cool. Now, when I said that the God's plan is always going to be God's plan and there's nothing that we can do about it, I had to hit the rewind, right? I had to hit the rewind and I had to go back because I need for you guys to understand that this was not, thank you Danielle White, thank you Amanda. I want you to understand how serious God is about his plan. Right? I want you to see how serious God is about his plan. See, these series that we're teaching, they flow all with each other, right? So if we're looking at Jonah, the situation with Jonah had to be obedient, right? Because God's plan, it don't change, right? Even though Jonah did not want to go and do what he had to go and do, Jonah was operating out of the fact that he was a people pleaser. He did not want his people to be looking at him crazy because he's going over there to minister, understand me, to people, you know what I'm saying, minister love to people who show no love, you know what I'm saying, people that was harming them, who was doing bad things to them. Jonah is like, wait a minute, that's going to have me out here looking crazy. So when I say that your pride and your ego, being a person that is wrapped up in yourself is dangerous, it's dangerous, and that is an example of how dangerous it is. You will find yourself in an uncomfortable situation, right? You will find yourself in the belly of a whale. This is where you're going to find yourself. But Jonah is not the only one that did not want to go through what he went through, right? Jonah is not the only one that did not want to do what God wanted him to do. I have to go back to this because this is how you know that God's plan is God's plan. This is the reason why we got it in red ink. If we go back to Jesus, we talked about that last week, right? Jesus begged God 3 different times to remove the cup from him. He says, is there any other way that you can redeem? That's right, friend. There you go, Karina. Is there any other way that you can redeem mankind? Is there any way that you can let this cup pass from me? Is it anything that you can do so that I don't have to go through what it is that I'm going through? Is it anything else? Because you trying to tell me that I have to go be hung high, stretched wide, pierced in the side, wear a crown of thorns on my head. That's not sounding like something that I want to do. That's not sounding like something that's going to be fun. Is it any way that you can let this cup pass from me? Because if that be, I'd rather go that way. The difference between Jonah and Jesus is Jesus was obedient. and submissive to God's plan. Jonah wasn't, until he had to go through the experience. We have to understand that God's plan is going to be God's plan. It doesn't change. He's the same today, tomorrow, and forevermore. Trusting God's plan is easy to feel overwhelmed, right? By life's challenges, uncertainties, leading us to question the direction that we're headed in. There's going to be plenty of times when you're going to be questioning the direction that you're headed in. It's going to be plenty of times when you're going to be feeling challenges. You're going to be feeling uncertainties. You're going to be feeling like, I don't know what it is that I'm going to be doing. This is why it is so important to make sure that you're constantly fasting, constantly praying, constantly studying, because the directions that you need for your next move is going to be right there. It's going to be, he's never going to have you out here ignorant. He's not going to have you out here unaware. Understand me. You're going to go through some things and not understand why you went through those things until you go through it, and then you look back and say, oh, that's why you took me there. That's why you took me through that. That's why you introduced me to that person. That's why you had me have that experience, because what I went through over there, what I experienced over there, what I learned over there, I'm fully prepared for where I'm about to go right now in my life, and I did not even know that I'm about to go here. Understand me. This is what I mean when I say you're not going to always have all the details. You're going to be learning along the way. He's going to be setting it up for you along the way. Hence why he said, I'm going to go before you. Understand me? I'm going to go before you. I'm going to make the crooked path. I'm going to make it straight, which means I'm going to be ahead of you, straightening things out. So you ain't got to worry about tripping. You ain't got to worry about stumbling. You ain't got to worry about thumping your toe. You ain't got to worry about spraining your ankle. All the traps, everything that everybody have set up for you all along this way. Just what I'm doing, I'm going ahead of you. I'm making that crooked path straight. I'm smoothing it out. So all you got to do is trust. That's all you got to do. All you got to do is trust that I'm going to do exactly what I told you that I was going to do. That's what you got to do. He says, but as we reflect on the scriptures, we're reminded that God has a unique plan for our life, right? The more that we deep dive into our scriptures, the more that we realize that we all have a unique plan, a plan for our life that is uniquely designed for ourselves. That's why your plan won't look like the next man's plan. Your life won't look like their life. This is why it does you no good to be out here comparing your life to nobody else's. I'm going to say it one more time for the folks in the back. God has a plan that is uniquely designed for each and every one of us. None of our plans for our life is going to be identical. What he had me doing, he don't have you doing. And what he have her doing, he won't have her doing. Everybody's plan is uniquely designed for that individual. So that's why it's a waste of time for you to be comparing yourself to other folk. Because they're not going through what you went through. They're not processing how you process. They're not doing what it is that you're doing. And even if y'all are doing things that are similar, you still won't do it the exact same way. I've seen people have the same type of business and have sat there and watched them do what they do. And I'm noticing that even though they do the same type of stuff, they're not doing it the same type of way. Their marketing is not the same. How they handle customers is not the same. How they deal with their business is not the same. Understand me, this is why it doesn't do you any good for you to live a life where you're constantly comparing yourself to other people. It's a waste of time. It's a distraction. Understand me, you've been deceived. You've been bamboozled. You've been snatched up out of alignment. Every single time that you're over there operating with that mindset, the enemy just got you. Every single time that you're sitting over there doing that, the enemy got you. Why? Because the spirit of comparison triggers what? Chosen family. The spirit of comparison, what spirit does the spirit of comparison triggers? Yeah, this is why I'm telling you I have to give y'all notes more than one time. I got to give you notes more than one time. You see what I'm saying? Because just because I taught it last year don't mean that you're going to remember it this year, right? So you need a constantly reminder, right? So the spirit of inadequacy, the spirit of, understand me, comparison triggers the spirit of inadequacy. The spirit of comparison triggers the spirit of inadequacy. You don't feel inadequate, like you're not more than enough or not enough. You don't feel that, right? You don't feel that until you see what somebody else is doing. You love what you're doing until you see what somebody else is doing. And if they look like they're doing more than what you're doing, then you have that spirit of inadequacy. Now you feel like you're not doing enough, like you're not giving enough, you're not producing enough. Understand me? You didn't feel inadequate until you started comparing your life to somebody else's life. So that spirit of comparison triggers that spirit of inadequacy. It makes you start to question yourself and question what it is that you're doing. Do me a favor, write it inside of your notes. Put it in your notes. We need that in the notes real quick. We need that in your notes real quick. Double tap on the screen. That's a fact. This is what the enemy wants you to do. Understand me? But if we understood from the door that everybody's journey is uniquely designed for them, there's no need for you to look at nobody else's. When you know that everybody else's plan that God had for their life is not like your plan, then you ain't got to worry about what nobody else doing, how nobody else moving. Why? Because your plan is your plan. My plan is mine. I tell the chosen family, keep your eyes on your own paper. What is your paper? Your life. Understand me? Keep your eyes on your own paper. What's your own paper? Your life. Focus on your life. You will be amazed how far you can go if you really get focused on your own life. You will be amazed at what all you can accomplish if you really get focused on your own life. You will be amazed how much love that you could feel overflowing from yourself. Understand me? When you get focused in your own life, when you become the person to yourself that you have been to other people. Understand me? It's a difference. It's a difference. When you start loving you like how you love other people, showing up for you, how you showed up for other people, when you start being that person to yourself, the way that you will see you grow, the way that you will see you flourish, the way that you will see that all of a sudden you will start evolving and healing on levels that you never ever expected, on levels that you never even thought about. Understand me, this is why it's so important for us to understand that we're all uniquely designed. Nobody is supposed to be the exact same. Nobody is going to always do it the exact same. Understand me? Do it your way and allow God to bless that. Do what God is calling you to do, how He's calling you to do it, the way that He's calling you to do it. Understand me? That's it. And then we're gonna move on. We're going on. So those who think is trusting God's plan is easy to, when you're trusting God's plan, it's easy to feel overwhelmed by life challenges and uncertainties, leading us to question the direction where we're headed. Right? That was one. Second thing to that was, but as we reflect on these scriptures, we are reminded that God has a unique plan for each of us. Trusting in God's plan, trusting in His plan doesn't mean that we will always understand it. Right? Coach already told you, you ain't gonna always understand it. But it does mean that we have faith in His goodness and perfect guidance. We will not always understand the plan that He has for our life. We might not always understand what it is that He's doing, but what do we have faith in? We have faith in His goodness and His perfect guidance. His goodness and His perfect guidance. We don't always understand what it is that God, thank you, Gigi, appreciate that. Now that's a note right there. That's how you take the note right there. We won't always understand it, but we have faith, right? We have faith in His goodness and perfect guidance. In other words, we're going right there where we know that I have a plan for you, and my plan is to prosper you, to prosper you, not to harm you. We know this, we trust this, we believe this, we apply this to our life on a regular basis. We understand that trusting God, right, it comes that place where trusting His plan doesn't mean that we always understand it, but it does mean that we have faith in His goodness and His perfect guidance. I wanted to say guidance. His perfect guidance. His perfect guidance. Thank you, Heather Smith. I see. That's right. I'm checking the notes. I like when y'all put y'all notes in the chat because I'm able to see it. Good morning, Fee. How you doing? That's right. Double tap on the screen, double tap on the screen. Can I get 5 badges on IG? Somebody mad about the Cash App on Facebook? Bless your heart. Baby, please go have the day that you deserve. Double tap on that screen. Double tap on that screen. What's going on over there on TikTok? TikTok, can we get up to, we need to get up to 100K. Double tap on that screen. Double tap on that screen. We got to get out on time today. I want to make sure we have the day that you deserve, sweetheart. The Cash App is your favorite speaker. For anybody that want to bless through Cash App, yes, feel free to do so. It's your favorite speaker. Double tap on that screen. Everybody's journey is going to be uniquely designed for them. Nobody's journey is going to be identical. The spirit of comparison triggers the spirit of inadequacy. You don't feel inadequate until you start comparing your life to other people's lives. This is why it's so important for you to keep your eyes on your own paper. As we're going through this week, we're going to be talking about, this ain't what I planned. I'm not living the life that I planned. I'm not living a life that I laid all out, that I thought that I was going to be living. I'm living a life that is trusting and believing in God's goodness and his perfect guidance. I'm accepting that. I'm surrendering everything that is me unto him and allowing him to have his way in my life. This is what I'm doing. And it's going to come with some bumps in the road. It's going to come with some bumps in the road. It's going to come with some tears. It's going to come with some frustration, right? What we said, it's going to be challenging. It's going to come with some uncertainties. It's going to come with some things that we wish we had the details, but we already know if God was to show us the details the way that he did Jesus when Jesus looked into that cup and saw all things that he was having to go through, when he looked down in that cup and he saw how they was going to betray him, when he saw he was going to have to carry that cross, when he saw all those negative experiences and things that he was going to have to deal with from people that he loved. Understand me, understand me, we are not him. So we can tell you right now, soon as I seen that you was going to betray me, soon as I looked in that cup and I recognized your face in that cup and I saw that this is what you was going to do, how you was going to do it. Oh, baby, y'all know us humans, we cannot be trusted. Baby, I might swing off on you expeditiously. You hear me? I might put your head in between the washer and the dryer, quick, fast, in a hurry. God can't give us what he gave Jesus because we're not emotionally at that point. We can't do that. No. He's like, I can't give y'all all the details, baby. Because, listen, I'm trying to tell you. Baby, I cannot give y'all all the details because I know who y'all are. Do you hear me? I know, honestly, and I ain't ashamed to say it. I'm a work in progress, baby. When it come down, I'm a work in progress. You mean to tell me I'm over here washing your feet and you think that, okay, that's what you about to do? You really bad when it come down to everybody else. You want to chop off ears and cuss folk out, but then you turn around and do this? Oh, no. Understand me? I don't know how I would respond in that situation. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Is that we cannot get all the details because he know giving us all the details, we not going to do it. Understand me? Oh, yeah, this is what I'm going to bow out right now. I'm going to give up on it right now. If you think I'm about to drag that cross all the way up there, if you think I'm about to let these folks put a nail through my hands and through my feet, you think I'm going to let this joker right here put a spear through my side? You think I'm going to let them just put a whole crown of thorns around my head and just lay up there and I ain't going to try to fight back at all? Oh, yeah, I might not get all of them, but we be like, I'm going to get at least one. One of them going to feel me. Is that not us? Is that not us? Is that not us? One of them going to feel me. I might not get all of them, but one of them going to feel me. He knows. This is why we have to understand that we're not going to always get all the details because he already know that we cannot handle. Understand me? We can't handle all the details. We can't handle that level of transparency. We can't handle that. That's why he said, just trust me, I got it. Let me deal with it. Because if you deal with it, you're going to make a mess of it. Let me take care of it, because if you take care of it, it's going to be blown out of proportion. It's going to be more stuff happening for absolutely no reason at all. If I deal with it, I can deal with it, and you ain't got to worry about no prison time. You ain't got to worry about spending no money to the county. You ain't got to worry about none of that. You feel me? You ain't got to worry about none of that. says, as we go through the scriptures, God's word speaks to our hearts and bring us peace and assurance and knowing he is in control, which is what we just said, right? We're trusting in his goodness and his perfect guidance, trusting him without the details, fully understanding that he's going to do what his plan is to prosper us, not to hurt us. Understanding that, and it says as we go through these scriptures, God's word will speak to our hearts and bring us peace and assurance, knowing that he's in control. Who's in control, chat? Who's in control, chat? Who's in control? Some of y'all need to be screaming this all over your house right now because you having a time, you having a fit, and you over there like, man, I don't know what I'm doing, how I'm doing it. I don't know how I'm going to make it happen. Who's in control? Who's in control? Speak to that situation. God is in control. He's going to fix it. He's going to handle it. This right here, this ain't, this bigger than me. This bigger than me. This above my pay grade, baby. That's above me. I'm not finna worry about that. God is in control. There you go, Tia. I see you. Come on, Gigi. There you go. I see you over there. Lisa, I see you. Come on. God is in control. God is in control. There you go. God is big. Above everything, I'm trying to tell you. God is big. God is in control. So I'm not going to fret. I'm not going to worry. I'm not going to cry. I'm not going to be out here, you know what I'm saying, having no pity parties. I'm not going to be out here being no Debbie Downer, being a person that is just sitting in this place of darkness when I don't have to be. I understand me. God is in total and complete control. And as long as I'm in alignment with him, then I am covered. Understand me. God is in complete control. And as long as I am in alignment with him, then I am I'm fully covered, right? I'm fully covered. He's going to do what? Exceedingly and abundantly more than I could ask or think. I'm speaking exceedingly. I'm speaking abundantly or more than I could ask or think I'm talking pressed down, shaken together, and running over. Do you hear me? I'm talking blessed beyond measures. Do you hear me? I'm talking about what Paul said this morning, right? Paul said, listen here, I didn't receive the blessings. I got everything. He says, now I have an overflow. I have an ample supply, more than enough. Then he went on inside that verse and he said, you know what I'm saying? God is going to supply your every need according to his riches through Christ Jesus. Understand me? He said, hey, look, I got more than enough. And keep in mind, Paul is saying this at a time. Who got the devotion scripture? Put it up for him real quick. If you miss devotion, baby, that be on you. I told y'all to subscribe to TikTok and Instagram and to the Patreon because, baby, we going in there in March. Understand me? Paul had an overflow while he was on house arrest. Paul was on whole entire house arrest. Who is in devotion? I got people in here who is in devotion. Give me devotion scripture from this morning. Give me devotion scripture from this morning. Understand me. So Paul is on house arrest. And while he's on house arrest, thank you so much. Who was that? Thank you so much. Is it Candace? Candace, thank you so much. Paul on house arrest. It's Philippians. There we go. Philippians 4:18 through 20. Philippians 4:18 through 20. That right there was our devotion this morning. Just let me explain this to you though. Now here go Paul. Paul is on house arrest in Rome. You know, house arrest, and they're putting it in 2025 now. Y'all have to know, when Paul was on house arrest, baby, house arrest means you can't go nowhere. Ain't nothing, you on house arrest, you can't go nowhere. You are confined to the house. While this man is confined to the house, this is how we know that God is a supplier. This is how we know he would do exceedingly and abundantly. This is how we know that if he's going to bless you and going to do something in your life, then guess what that means? That means that ain't a devil in hell that's going to stop what God is going to do for you. Ain't a man or woman walking God's green earth raw enough to prevent what God is about to do in your life. This man is on house arrest. He is tied to the house, cannot leave the house. And God said, you can't come to the blessing, so I'ma send the blessing to you. Do you hear me? I'm whacked. You have to understand that. You have to hear it like how I heard it. Understand me? You have to hear it how I heard it. You mean to tell me the man is on house arrest, y'all? He cannot go anywhere. anywhere. He's on house arrest in Romans and get in Rome, right? And God sends, you know what I'm saying, the man over there. He sends him over there with the blessing. So much that Paul says to him, he says, I have an ampler supply. I got more than enough. And then after he gets his, he assures everybody else that God gonna supply all their needs as well. So what you stressing for? What you stressing? What you stressing for? What you worried about? What you pacing about? What you sliding down walls about? Understand me. Paul couldn't leave the house to get his blessing, so his blessing pulled up to the house. Sometimes you got to tell God to pull up on me. Do you hear me? Sometimes, hey, y'all know I'm from the hood. Sometimes you have to tell God, pull up on me. Understand me? I get it. But can you pull up on me? Understand me? I'm doing my part. I'm in my prayer. I got my fasting. I'm in my worship. I'm in my word on a regular. Can you pull up on me? Can you pull up? And sometimes, you know, I believe in kind of reminding him. You know what I'm saying? Felicia, this is what I be doing. I have to remind him of what he done for these other folks. So you have to name drop sometimes. And I be over here name dropping. I be like, you know what I'm saying? I need a river, I need my water to be flowing like you did that lady at the well. You know what I'm saying? Like, you remember what you did for her? I need you to do that right there for me. You know what I'm saying? When you gave Paul his supply, I just kind of want that kind of supply. You know how you did it for Paul? I ain't saying you have to give me the same exact thing, but I need you to give, I just need you to, pull up on me the same way you pulled up on him. That's it. That's all I'm saying. Sometimes you have to let God pull up on you. Yes, sometimes you have to name drop on them. I ain't comparing my life to them or nothing like that. I ain't saying that I'm better than them or they greater than me. I'm just saying that the way that you showed up that time, I thoroughly enjoyed that. When you rained down that fire for Elisha like that, I mean, you did that and you consumed all them people. Yeah, I'm just saying, I got some folks in my life. Okay, leave that alone because you're being messy. Okay, I'm just saying that I got some, you can consume some of them. You know what I'm saying? I got some consuming that can take place over here. Hold up. You know what I'm saying? hey. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. If you ever wanted to come through, you can come through that way too. You know what I'm saying? I just want you to know, without a shadow of a doubt, that God is in fact a provider. He is. Go ahead, Terry and Gigi. Y'all ready to cut up? I am behaving. I'm only going to be live a couple of days this week. I am going to be on my best behavior. Do you hear me? I'm going to be on my best behavior. I absolutely love you guys, man. Double tap on my screen. We almost at 100K over here on TikTok, y'all. We got to get off right at 9:45. So I need to make sure y'all are double tapping on that screen. Can we get 5 badges over there on IG? Hey, Facebook, we only need 60 stars. 60 stars will get us to our 2K goal. Y'all double tap on that screen. Drink the water. I'm gonna drink it because I really do need to. Friends say, pull up on me, Jehovah. I know that's right. God is truly a provider. It says, trusting in his plan doesn't mean that we always understand it, but it does mean that we have faith in his goodness and perfect guidance. As we go through these scriptures, God's word speaks to our hearts and bring us peace and assurance in knowing he's in control. And I had you guys answer who is in control, and you should have wrote out on your sheets of paper, on your notebooks. You should have wrote, God is in control. And because God is in control, then I gave you guys the example. I gave you guys the example from the devotion this morning, right? With Paul being under house arrest and still receiving his blessing. God don't care nothing about where you are in life. If he's going to get to you, he's going to get to you. Amen. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? God don't care nothing about where you are in life. He says it doesn't matter where you go, even to the ends of the world, earth. It's not too far for me to get to you. Even if you made your bed in hell, understand me. Yes, because some of us feel like that. But God, you don't know what I've done. You don't know all the mistakes mistakes I made. There's some things that I'm still embarrassed about to this day. He said, even if you made your bed in hell, do you understand? I can walk down in hell and pick you up and throw you across my shoulder and walk you slam up out of there. Understand me? And yeah, the hell can't even hold you if I want you. Oh, I like how that came out. Wait a second. Whoa. Did y'all hear it? Hell can't hold you if I want you. Understand? If hell can't even hold you. Understand me? If you are in the belly of hell, in the pits of hell, and you cry out for me, repentance, a repentance heart, understand me, then I'm coming to get you. This is what he's saying to us. Hell can't hold you when God wants you. Understand? This is what he'll do right there in your life. So no matter what mistakes that you have made, no matter where it is that you have gone in life, my point is you are not too far outgone that God cannot still save you, that he cannot still wash you clean, that he cannot still heal your wounds and then turn around and give you employment, use you as a messenger, use you as a person who delivers his word and testimony. Do you hear me? You are not too far gone. Don't let nobody trick you into thinking that God don't love you, that there's no forgiveness for you, there's no grace for you, there's no mercy for you, because it is. Yeah, come on. Because it is. Because it is. And you know, someone wants you to write, God is sovereign. God is sovereign. Sovereign. God is sovereign. Understanding that God's plan is rooted in his sovereignty is essential for us as believers. It is incredible. It is an incredible comfort to know that God is both. Wait a minute, I'm going to wait on y'all because I tear the treadmill up. And yeah, I'm going to, God is sovereign. He's sovereign. God is sovereign, right? She said, yes, come on. Look, she ready for me to teach. Look, you can't wait. Just thirsty. Give me a second. Thirsty for this word. It's on the way. God dog. Y'all don't know how to act. You see what I'm saying? I can't take them nowhere. I be trying to take the chosen family everywhere I go, but y'all just do too much. God dog, we got company in the chat. Come on, look at Kalia Gray talking about come with it, coach. Listen, we got company in the chat, and this how y'all carry on. Y'all gonna scare our friends off. You gonna scare the people off. Hold on. Now, sovereign, I want you good. I want y'all to put God is sovereign, right? Put that in bold letters. Up under that is understanding that God's plan is rooted in his sovereignty is essential for us as believers. It is an incredible comfort to know that God is two things, but God is both in control and aware of our circumstances. If that ain't, I need a teddy bear. Somebody send me, because I want to rock like this. Somebody send me one on TikTok. Now, hey, you got, wait, both. He says, listen. Both. God is sovereign. Understand, God is sovereign. It says understanding that God's plan is rooted. That's what, thank you, Diamond. Understand me. And sovereignty is essential for us as believers. Oh, thank you, Shay. You know what I'm saying? As believers, right? It says it's an incredible comfort. What type of comfort is it, chat? Incredible. It's an incredible comfort to know that God is two things. He's in control and he's aware of the circumstances. Thank you so much, Glow. I appreciate you. He is in control and he's also aware. God is in control and he's also aware. God is in control and he's also aware. If that ain't enough, y'all, I just wait. Y'all gotta give me a second. Because that right there, friend, we have to wait. This treadmill don't go fast enough. I have to get off because see that energy be on me like that. Hold on. He's in control and he's also aware. Go ahead, hit the keyboard. You got my permission today. He got my permission today. Tear down the chat. I see you, Jackie. That's right. That you gotta know when to praise. You gotta know when to break into that praise break. Dun. That was it right right there. Y'all don't miss your moment. That was right there. That was right there. That was your confirmation. Baby, not only is he in control, but he's also aware of your circumstances. No matter what it is that you're going through in this moment, he says, I'm in control and I'm also aware. I see what you're dealing with. I see how they treating you. I see how they talking to you. I understand this. Come on, Tara. I need for you to know that I'm in control of it. All you got to do is walk head up, chest out. All you got to do is stay the course. All you got to do is keep your blinders on. All you got to do is keep trusting and believing that I'm going to do exactly what I said that I was going to do. I'm in control and I'm aware. Ooh, 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 ooh. That's the one. Hold up, because that's the one. That's the one. I know. Praise break. We're in the praise break. We're in the praise break. Hold up. Yeah. She can barely breathe her drums. She hit her 10 toes. Baby, tell the snare up. You have to, listen, you have to understand when you have that type of understanding of who Christ really and truly is in your life, then you don't fret. You don't cry. You don't have panic attacks and anxiety attacks because you are aware of who is in fact in control and also aware. I know that I'm not going through nothing that you don't know about. I know that I'm not experiencing nothing that you don't know about. Understand me. So I need you to do what? Move speedily on my behalf. I need you to open up the door. I need you to create the opportunity. This is what I need from you in this moment. I ain't saying about what I want. I'm talking about what I need. This is what I need. Understand me. It's robbing the taste out of my mouth. It's robbing my rest up out my bed. Understand me. I need this because if I don't rest well, if I don't eat well, then I'm not able to serve well. Do you hear me? I need you to move. I need you to do it. Understand? There's a difference because the moment that you start screaming, God, I need you, that's the moment that you're exposing your vulnerability. And that's what God wants. He says, in your weakness, my strength is made what? Perfect. Oh, that's yeah. That's the one. Ooh, Candace Bass. Wait a minute, teach. Oh yeah, that right there, that'll open the door for you right there, buddy. Mm-hmm. That'll do it right there. That'll do it, Gigi. Hey, I'm trying to calm down myself. You gotta wait a second. It's a difference in between I want you and I need you. Understand me? There's a difference in between I want you and I need you. When you acknowledge the fact that you need him, that's different, Trish. When you acknowledge the fact that you need him, come on, Kim, that's different. Because when you acknowledge the fact that you need him, you're acknowledging the fact that you cannot do it without him. You're acknowledging his power. You're acknowledging his capability. In that moment, you're saying, I've come as far as I can go in this situation. There's nothing else that I can do. I need you. Yeah. That feels different. That feels different. All right, so God is sovereign. Understanding that God's plan is rooted in his sovereignty is essential for us as believers. It is incredible. It's an incredible comfort to know that God is both in control and aware of our circumstances, right? No matter, come on. Wait a minute, Crystal, I got some more. I got some more. Double tap on my screen. We need to get up to 200K. We got 121. Y'all have met the goal over here on Facebook. Y'all just double tap on my screen. Hit that share button. Let me say this to you right here. It says, no matter how chaotic our lives seem, we can trust that God has a purpose. God, I thank you. Whew. Oh, Lord. Yeah, I'm trying to move on. I'm trying to move on. I really and truly am. But y'all, ooh, boy. You know, yeah. You have to look at the state of the world that we're living in right now and understand why this note is so powerful. While it hit, like it's some of y'all that may feel like you're not affected by anything. It ain't coming your way and whatnot. But if you are human, you're going to feel. Even though you're not feeling panic and you're not feeling fear, you feel for the people that it is affecting because you have that type of love and you want to see people live well well and have well. Understand me. So I want us, I'm going to say it. It says, no matter how chaotic our lives may seem, we can trust that God has a purpose behind everything. He is sovereign, reminds us that there is a grand design and we are a part of it. He says, no matter how chaotic your life might seem, no matter how crazy your life may seem, how out of place everything, understand me, may seem in your life, he says, what I want you to understand is that there's a purpose. Somebody put in my chat, purpose behind everything. He says there's a purpose behind everything. Do you feel me, Ra? When I say this, this means that even though it might hurt like hell, even though you may feel like your heart been ripped out of your chest, even though you may feel, you know what I'm saying, understand me, like you at your lowest of your low, even though you might feel abandoned and betrayed, even though you might feel like you've been left behind, he is saying that there is a purpose behind, oh my God, there's a purpose behind everything. You're not experiencing what you're experiencing for nothing. You're not going through what you're going through for nothing. I know that just hit somebody. Wait a second. You're not feeling what you're feeling for nothing. Oh yes, they got to pay you for that pain. Yeah. You got to pay me for that pain. Tenfold. Yeah, I'm coming back better than ever. I'm coming back better than ever. You thought that, well, no. That shook up something, but it shook up something, and then some stuff did kind of fall, but then when it fell into place. You have to pay me for this pain. I realized that God is sovereign, and anything that I'm going through, there's a purpose behind it. There's a bigger plan behind it, because as it goes on, it says behind everything, his sovereignty reminds us that there is a grand design, and I'm a part of it. So I'm a part of it. Baby, that makes me look at pain completely different. Do you feel what I'm saying, Fee? Wait a minute. Yeah. Hear me when I'm saying. So when we acknowledge the fact that there's a greater plan, a grand plan behind what it is that I'm going through, and I'm a part of the plan, that means that I'm a part of God's plan. And I'm a part of the Most High plan. It's a part of the plan. Thank you, Tiffany T, for the cash out. Baby, this a part of the plan. You know how crazy folk gonna be looking at you when they looking at you and what you got going on in your life, and you say, they say, wait a minute, and you say, baby, it's all a part of the plan. Understand me, you walking in there head up, chest out, and you going through all kind of stuff in your own life, and they looking at you and they saying, what? Oh, baby, it's all part of the plan. It's all part of the plan. When they walk out on you and they, you know what I'm saying, walk out on you and they leave you broken, they leave you without, you know what I'm saying, and they like, oh man, you ain't mad about that? You don't feel, no, baby. It's all part of the plan. The comeback is going to be personal. Understand me. The comeback is going to be personal. The way that I heal from this is going to be personal. And when I do it, everybody that's behind me, they're going to see that it can be done. They were supposed to leave me. They were supposed to do exactly what it is that they done. And I accept that. That's part of the plan. And I'm going to continue to push forward in life. Understand me. I will not allow nothing or nobody to separate me. Understand me. I'm super focused. I'm super locked in. I'm doing exactly what it is that I'm supposed to be doing. Proverbs 19:21. It says, many are the plans in a person's heart, but it is the Lord's purpose that prevails. This ain't what I planned, but this is what he planned. Hold up. Yeah. Many are the plans. Proverbs 19:21, it says, many are the plans in a person's heart. We got many plans. Some of us had our life mapped out since we've been 6 years old, and we ain't living none of that. Understand, we ain't doing none of that. But it says, but it is the Lord's purpose that will prevail. In other words, it's going to be the Lord's purpose. It's going to be the purpose that's going to be fulfilled. You can plan it all you want to, but if it's not in in God's will that be for you, then that's just not going to be it, love. Yeah, you might as well suck it up, buttercup. Hello, and move right on. Understand me. This is Proverbs 19:21. It says, many are the plans in a person's heart, but it is the Lord's purpose that will be prevailed. And then if we go on down, Psalms 135:6, it said, the Lord does whatever pleases him in the heavens and on the earth, in the seas and in their depths. I got scripture. I'm just here to deliver the word. Don't get mad at me. Don't get mad at me. Don't get mad at me. Understand me? He said, well, he said, listen, I know you got a little plan for your life, right? I know you got a little plan for your life, but that right there, that ain't gonna be it. That's not what I created you to do. That's what you want to do. And you have to understand that what we said at the beginning of this life is all uniquely designed. What I have for your life, what I'm going to do in your life, I've already pre-planned that before you was even in your mother's womb. Understand me? You have a mission, you have a job, you have a duty that you're going to fulfill. So the best thing for you to do is wake up every single day and surrender. The best thing for you to do is make sure that you, and sometimes I feel like he say this right here, and I'm going to hold your hand when I say it, baby. The best thing for you to do is to surrender. The best thing that you to do is to give me that yes. The best thing that you to do is just to follow what my instructions, so that you don't have to learn with hands-on experience. Don't put yourself in the belly of the whale when you ain't got to be in the belly of the whale. Understand me? God's plan don't change. God's plan is the plan. And then he gets real raw with it, and he do hit us with a flex with it over in Psalms 135:6. He said, the Lord does whatever pleases him. The Lord does whatever pleases him. He ain't seeking to please you. So does that not give my chosen family, does that not give y'all confirmation when I say that God is not manipulated by your mood? That he's not concerned about your temper tantrums? Because Psalms 135:6 says, the Lord does whatever pleases him. And not only does he do whatever pleases him, look at how detailed he is with this particular verse. It says, in heaven, he's going to do what pleases him in heaven. And he's also going to do what pleases him in this earth. Then he says, in the seas and all their depth, means I'm going to do what I want to do in heaven without having to get your approval or your acceptance of it. And I'm going to do what I'm going to do on this earth. And even when you move up off the earth and we're talking about the seas, I'm going to do whatever I want to do in that sea. In all of its depths, means to the very bottom of it. Understand me? All the way to the floor of the sea, I'm still in control. Boy, if that ain't enough, if that ain't enough, somebody in my chat just say, give me one more. Somebody just say, give us one more. Give us one more. I gave y'all already, right? I gave y'all Proverbs 19:21, and I gave y'all Psalms 135:6. Y'all want one more? Can I? Okay. Now, see, you know what? I like that, Kara. I like that right there. Okay. And then I'm gonna slide on downhill to Romans 8:28. Romans 8:28 says, and we all know that in all things, we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him and who are called according to his purpose. Boy, that thing about tore me up right there. And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him and who are called according to his purpose. Again, when you are operating in his purpose, when you are operating in his will, then you already know that it's going to work together for your good. But don't be thinking that it's going to be working together for your good when you're operating out of your own preference. Because see, that's what some folk be doing. Then you get mad at God because you're saying, oh, you didn't bless it, you didn't fix it, you didn't cause it to go into abundance, you didn't have me with an overflow, you didn't make it do what I wanted it to do. But the truth of the matter is, he's saying that I said I was going to do that when it was called according to my purpose. Understand me? He says, I said I was going to work it to your good when it was according to my purpose. I did not say I was going to work it to your good according to your preference. I never said that. Understand me? I never said that. You over here trying to hold me accountable for something that you did not understand. You did not understand the scripture. We're not about to play with you when it come down to it. I said, and we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him and who have been called according to his purpose. I didn't say I was going to bless your mess. Come on now. Daniel, I got one more. Daniel 4:35. Daniel 4:35 says, all the people of the earth are regarded as nothing. I'm telling you. Hold on. Hey, this scripture. All the people of the earth are regarded as nothing. He does as he pleases with the powers of heaven and the people of the earth. No one can hold back his hand or say to him, what have you done? Oh, wait a second. I'm just giving you a reality check this morning. Don't get mad at me. Don't not show up tomorrow, okay? Don't get mad at me. Just listen to what it is that I'm saying. This is not your plan. When you are in alignment with Christ, it's about his plan. This right here, Daniel 4:35, that right there, that just told you everything that you needed to know. May not have wanted to know, but what you need to know. Do you hear me? He says all of the people of the earth are regarded as nothing. Like, wow. He says as nothing. But let's not forget we were made from dust. The not the dirt. We were made from dust. We were made from nothing. You ever swept? The dirt go in the dustpan, but the dust go in the air. We were made from dust. He snatched the dust from the dirt and created us. So now it makes sense to you, right? All the people of the earth are regarded as nothing. He does as he pleases with the power of heavens and the people of this earth. Again, going back to what he said to you in Psalms, he says, hey, I have control of heaven and the earth. That's right, we are merely vapor. That's exactly right, friend. He says, heaven and the earth, no one can hold back his hand or say, what have you done? In other words, he said, you can't even question him. You can't even ask him, what is it that you've done? Because it's already clear that I'm going to do what I'm going to do. I'm going to fulfill what I'm going to fulfill. It goes back to your red ink pen note. God's plan, it does not change. We know that. Why? Because when Jesus begged him, this is his son. When Jesus begged him to find another way to redeem mankind, Jesus still found himself dragging that cross right on up that hill. He still found himself going through the whole crucifixion. So that solidifies it. That seals it. That lets us know that God's plan do not change. He's going to do exactly what he said that he was going to do. It also goes back into what he said, when I send my word out unto the earth, it's not going to return back to me void. It's going to do exactly what I told it to do. Understand me? Then it's all right here. But if we don't open the book, if we don't deep dive into the book, then we don't know. You want to be closer to him, then you have to get in into that word. You have to develop that type of relationship where you fully understand what it is that you're doing. Understand me, there's going to be times on your journey where you're not going to get all the details and you still have to be 100% on board. There's going to be times when you're not going to understand it. But you still have to be 100% on board, trusting in his what? His goodness and his faithful, his perfect guidance. Trusting his goodness and his perfect guidance. How can I guide you if you don't read the instructions? How can I tell you what to do from this point to that point if you don't show up to get the instructions? You can go to class you can go have a class, and that class meet every single day. 5 days a week they got class. Understand me, they got all the information up there. Everything that you need, she's teaching from Monday all the way to Friday. From Monday all the way to Thursday, she's teaching in this class. Thursday is your pop quiz. Friday is your actual test. That test is going to determine whether or not you fully understood the information that was being taught to you all week. Are you guys ready to go to the next chapter? Are y'all ready to go to the next book? Are we going to start a new project next week? This is what she's basing all of this on. In this game of life, it's the same way, right? You show up all the time. You get the information all week long. And then when he presents the pop quiz, you failing at the pop quiz. Why? Because you ain't show up Monday. You was too tired. You ain't show up Tuesday. You was in a mood. You ain't show up Wednesday. You had a hot date. Understand me? You have all of these different reasons of why you're not showing up to class, but then you still expecting the class to pass the pop quiz. You still expecting to pass, understand me, the exit exam. He's like, how is it that you want me to go take you to level 2 when you ain't even mastered level 1? How is it that you want me to open this door when you ain't even closed that door? It's a process before promise. You have to be willing to do the work. You have to be willing to show up. Understand me, you are the deciding factor on what level of life that you're going to actually live on. It's going to be really all left up to you. And when we go back to our illustration, right? Come on now. Oh yeah, I know that's going to hurt some feelings, but baby, some of y'all just don't show up. You don't show up for class. You don't show up prepared for class. You don't have a notebook. You don't have your ink pens. We've been saying make sure you got your black ink pen, your red ink pen since 2017. And some of y'all still show up to the live video and don't have your ink pen. You ain't got now no. All you going to remember is what you going to remember. And then when the test come, you like, oh man, what coach has said, the video ain't up on Instagram no more. I done already took it off. It's only available in the Patreon. But you've been too lazy. You ain't show up to the Patreon. You ain't signed up for the Patreon. I don't know if I can do that. Now you don't have to know what you gonna do. Come on. You are the deciding factor. Let's get over here to the illustration. You got you here in the middle. You got God and you have the enemy. Because you got to always understand, like I told y'all before, you can't have more of one thing without having more of the other. So just like you have good, you're going to also have evil. They're going to run right there together, right? So you have both of these things. And the point of this illustration is this right here. You have a decision to make. This is you coming down here. So no matter who has your ear, you are the deciding factor. You get to decide which one of these directions your life is going to flow in. You get to make that decision. That's going to be all left up to you. Whether you sink or you swim, it's all going to be up to you, right? I just need for you to understand, it's going to be all left up to you. Well, if you look at how the arrow is pointed, you got one man and you see he got his head above water. He has his head above water. This is representing the fact that he's acting out of himself. He's gotten comfortable in life, right? As long as my head is above water, I'm okay. As long as my bills paid, I'm okay. As long as I can go and buy me lunch, you know what I'm saying, get a little $5 bounce from Wendy's, I'm okay. As long as I can get 4 hours of sleep at night, then I'm okay. This is a person right here that's representing a mediocre life, a basic life, a life that is accepting of the bare minimum. As long as my head is above water, then that's okay. That's a representation of the enemy, right? Because that's what he wants. He wants you to live a stuck life, a stagnant life, a life that that is filled with nothing but struggle, and you're fighting every single day just to keep your what? Your head above water. This is what that represents right there. And when you realize through what I just said, if you realize that that's you, then you have to go and find, oh, I got to close up this ear. I got the wrong person in my ear, because that ain't the life that I'm trying to live. But we get over here, and y'all notice I ain't put them in the water at all. Did y'all notice how I didn't put them in the water at all? Because God's desire for us is not to have our head above the water. His desire is that we walk on it. Did y'all hear that? Not to be above the water. His desire is that you walk on the water. That you walk on the water. This is what his desire for your life is that you never get wet. His desire is the fact that you get out here in this thing of life and you give it your best and you walk out of that situation without dripping wet. Well, why do you say that? Because if he wanted them to be wet, then he could have just took the river, the Red River or the Red Sea. He could have just, come on, Lily, just hear me out real quick. I'm gonna make it make sense. If he wanted you to get wet, then all he had to do when Moses held up the staff and parted the Red Sea, the Bible wouldn't have put emphasis on the fact that the land was dry when they walked across it. Their feet wasn't sinking into the water. They said that the water rolled back. It went in opposite directions. The water pulled back and they walked across and they walked all the way through it and it was dry, right? So that means if he is something about you staying dry that he likes. Even with Joshua. He told Joshua to send out the priests ahead of him. It said when the priest's feet started to touch the water started to roll back. Go read it. Sure did. He said, I ain't trying to have you out here muddy. I ain't out here trying to have you dusty. And I ain't trying to have you over here dragging the weight of anything that's wet. Have you ever had something that was wet? When it's wet, it's heavy. When it's wet, it's heavy. Anybody ever held something that's wet? When it is wet, it is heavy. It's heavy. He says, I ain't out here trying to have you wet. You want your head above water. I'm trying to show you how you can walk on the water. I'm trying to show you how I can keep you dry. I'm going to show you how you ain't have to constantly be swimming all day long, arms tied, legs tied, body tied. I'm showing you how you can have life and have it more abundantly. Pressed down, shaken together. I'm speaking what? Exceedingly and abundantly. Come on, man, Anne-Marie. You know that's all 2025, baby. Exceedingly and abundantly. I don't care what nobody got going on. Exceedingly and abundantly. Speaking it, declaring it all over. Exceedingly and abundantly. That's how I'm moving. I'm trying to tell you. In the middle of everything that's going on, exceedingly and abundantly, pressing it down, shaking it together, and running it over, baby. I declare it over my life and everybody that's connected to me, baby. We will have favor in the famine. We will have favor out here when everybody else is trying to figure it out and trying to put this together for that. They arguing about egg prices and everything else, baby. We gonna find favor. Baby, got favor in it. I got everything that I need in order for me to do exactly what I needed to do. I need to do, baby. Ain't missing no meals, ain't missing nothing. Gonna continue to live my life the very best way. Understand me? And this is how we have to move in our life. Understand me? Baby, lacking nothing. Lacking nothing. Lacking nothing. I absolutely love you guys. I got to get out of here. Y'all know it's going to be a pushing it week. It's a pushing it week for me this week, man. I'm trying to get live as many times as I can this week to get this series put out. But y'all know it is my birthday week, right? That my birthday is Sunday, March the 2nd. So y'all, we are getting prepared for that. I got to go get my lashes done, all of that. And yeah, I know I told y'all I wasn't doing no work this week, but yes, I had sessions yesterday. I got sessions today, and I really wasn't going to be doing none. But then I was like, you know what? Let me, you know, one thing about me, I got to be about my Father's business. I try not to do the stuff, but then I'd be like, no, let me go ahead and handle it. That's the same thing I said when I said, man, you're gonna be working on your birthday. As much as I love my birthday, I'm like, I gotta be about my Father's business. And when you have to get out there to go get it done, then you have to go and get it done, right? And I believe that, you know what I'm saying, this is what I have to do. So yes, man, so double tap on my screen, send me some love. If this word blessed your soul this morning, if it motivated you, if it inspired you, or even if it was just confirmation for you, and if you had to take a good old whooping this morning on this live video and get some correction going, it's all good, because that's how you grow, that's how you heal, that's how you develop. Double tap on my screen and send me some love. Thank you so much, Tasha. Thank you so much, Kay. I appreciate you, man. If you want to bless me, birthday blessing through Cash App, your favorite speaker, or if you want to bless me for the word that you received this morning, your favorite speaker, you know what I'm saying, just put in the for section which one is for. I appreciate all the love. I appreciate all the support every single day that you give. Yes, every single day that you wake up and you put 10 toes to the ground. I want you to sweat yourself. Tell yourself how beautiful you are and how much you love you, because it's no love like self-love, and you first have got to love yourself way before you're able to love anybody else. Of course, it's your favorite online motivational speaker, life coach, and evangelist. It's your girl, Street Poet. Y'all double tap on my screen. Let me get some love over here. Can I get 5 badges on IG? Y'all double tap on that screen. I see y'all. Y'all gonna reach y'all goal. Y'all, if I got anybody that's on my Facebook and my Instagram, and y'all got TikTok, go over to TikTok real quick. Go help them reach their 2K goal. They're trying to reach their goal. Thank you so much, Shay Shay. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Yes, I will be in Los Angeles, California. I will be in Los Angeles, California. I leave Friday morning, real early. Friday morning, you guys continue to pray for safe travels. I will be in Los Angeles, California for the Women's Conference. It's going to be featuring your girl, man. That's a really big deal. Featuring your girl, and it's going to be all weekend. And yes, God is blessing with a word. So I will be out in Los Angeles, California working. They got a meet and greet that Friday, speaking on that Saturday, and then Sunday, which is my birthday, I'm going to be out there. I'm just going to enjoy, you know what I'm saying, what I can enjoy. Thank you so much, Crystal. I appreciate you. I'm just going to enjoy what I can enjoy while I'm out there. You know what I'm saying? Maybe give me some good food and whatnot, but hey, we're going to have us a good time. Double tap on that screen for me. How y'all doing? I'm trying to let them get their goal. They wanted to get their goal. They want to get their goal over there. That black coffee, appreciate that badge. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate you. Y'all help Black Badge out. Black Badge, black coffee. Thank you so much. Is it Miss Not? Oh, Miss No Titles Needed. Okay then. Miss underscore No Titles Needed. All right. I feel you. Where y'all at? Y'all over here. Oh, Felicia, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for that Cash App. I appreciate you so much. Thank y'all so much. What you got? 186. Y'all, they at 186. They trying to get it up there. We're gonna see if they gonna make it. I love y'all. The only reason why we getting off right now before 10 o'clock is I got a 10 o'clock session. I'm telling y'all, I really be working. I go from devotion to morning walk and worship straight into sessions, and then I try to go to the gym and get me a little workout in. But then the day I gotta go get my lashes done. So I'm still over here working. What's up, TT Wade? I appreciate you. Liz, is it Lisa? I think it's Lisa Brown. Appreciate you so much. Mo Money, come on, Mo Money. When it's California, it's this weekend. I got the flyer up on my Instagram page. I'll share it in my story on TikTok too, so that way you'll see it. It's this weekend. Yep, I'm too ready. Y'all. I'm gonna have me a good time though. I plan to have a good time. I'm going to a cowboy a showdown. I'm not sure what they call it, but it's something like that. And I'm going to that Saturday night after I get finished speaking. I got my cowboy boots, my hat, you know what I'm saying, all of that. So I'm going out there, and my fan, I'm gonna be like whoosh. I don't know. I don't have really no rhythm. You know what I'm saying? Rhythm is not my thing. So I'm not sure if I can do all the steps that they be doing, how they be doing. I'm just gonna wait on them to say do the fan. And I'm going to be the fan person. Woo, dun, 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 woo. You know what I'm saying? So if y'all see me just rocking from one side to the other with my fan, woo, just know that I'm doing the very best that I can do, right? Don't nobody judge me. Just give me credit for waving the fan on time. That's all I'm saying. Just give me credit for waving the fan on time, because that's what I'm going to be doing, right? I'm going to be waving my fan. That's all I know how to do, but I'm going to be doing my best. They just reached their goal. They got their 200K over here. I absolutely, what she say? She said, don't forget to throw the hip with it. Yeah, I'm going to be like that. I'm going to hit it every time. They say, And when they say 2 times, boom, boom, I'm gonna hit it. So that's all. Hey, that's all I know how to do. So I'm just gonna do my little when I'm fans at woo, when I'm fans at woo, 2 times, woo, woo, and I'm gonna hit it like that with my hat on. Y'all ain't gonna tell me nothing. She's talking about we need the video. I know y'all are ready to crack up. You know one thing that I love the most is when I go out of town to these different events. Y'all be ready to see, and I'm gonna make sure that I got the videos going up for y'all, because I know y'all gonna be laughing just like I'm gonna be laughing. I love you guys. Make sure it looks like so much fun. We gonna have a good time. We really and truly am. I'm gonna see you guys soon. Let me go get ready for this session. Y'all be good. All right, guys, I love y'all. I want y'all to have the best day ever on purpose. Y'all be good. Thank you so much, Shay. I appreciate you.